Hey everyone, it's Leo here, your go-to crypto insider, diving deep into the world of XRP today. Imagine this, you're scrolling through your feed and bam, XRP hits $10, then $20, and suddenly owning just 2,000 coins feels like holding a golden ticket to financial freedom. But hold on, what if I told you that right now, at $2.36, this could be your last chance before the banks swoop in and price everyday investors like you and me right out of the market. That's the explosive reality we're facing with XRP's surge. And in this video, I'm breaking it all down with insider insights you won't find anywhere else. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why acting now could change everything for your portfolio. But first, let's unpack this step by step. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's jump right into the heart of it. XRP is sitting at $2.36 as of October 18th, 2025, and the buzz on X right now is electric. Just this morning, I've been scouring the latest posts from top influencers and analysts, and the consensus is clear. We're on the cusp of something massive. Take this tweet from analyst Mickey Bull, who's been spot on with his calls before. He's saying XRP's market setup looks explosive, with key price levels at $2.50, $3.25, and a major target of $6.28. He's highlighting a tight bullish structure that's primed for a breakout. Can you feel that energy? It's like XRP is coiling up like a spring, ready to launch, and he's not alone. Another post from CoinSkid draws parallels to Bitcoin's 2023 behavior before its Q4 rally, suggesting XRP could be gearing up for a similar impulsive move. These are real-time takes from experts with thousands of followers, and they're fueling the community reactions we're seeing explode across the platform. But why is this happening now? Let's break it down logically, like we're chatting over coffee. XRP isn't just another altcoin. It's built for real-world utility and cross-border payments, and with Ripple's ongoing partnerships, we're seeing institutional adoption ramp up. Remember, banks and financial giants are eyeing XRP for its speed and low costs. If they start accumulating en masse, as some predictions suggest, the supply could tighten fast. One high-engagement tweet from XRP legend puts it perfectly. In the short term, 1 to 3 months, a $1 billion buy-in could trigger a demand shock, pumping XRP 20 to 50% to $3 to $4. He compares it to MicroStrategy's Bitcoin strategy, where whales front-run and retail FOMO kicks in. That's the kind of volatility that turns 2,000 XRP from a modest holding into a life-changer. But wait until you hear about the longer-term projections. This is where it gets mind-blowing. Diving deeper, let's talk about the technicals, because that's where the real alpha lies. On the weekly chart, XRP is showing bullish divergence, as pointed out in a detailed thread by the ghost with the most. He's hit his previous targets spot on, and warns that while there's room for a dip to $2.14, or even $1.43 if panic sets in, the overall structure remains bullish. He emphasizes that closing above the 50-day weekly moving average is crucial. If we hold that, we're looking at relief rallies to $3.39 and $4.07. This isn't just speculation. It's backed by data from trading volumes and on-chain metrics. And get this. Another analyst, Casey Trades, is calling for the end of Wave 2 retracement, projecting Wave 3 to push above $7. That's a potential 200% plus gain from current levels. Imagine stacking 2,000 XRP now and watching it multiply. But banks could make that stack unattainable if they dominate the liquidity. Now let's integrate more of today's X buzz to keep this real and timely. A post from 36 Crypto highlights a pundit's take on Ripple's latest moves. XRP is about to go parabolic. Here's why. They're pointing to structural setups in Bitcoin and Ethereum that could signal XRP rallying hard as capital rotates out. Community reactions are pouring in. One user replied with excitement, saying it's like 2017 all over again, with liquidity flushes leading to vertical phases. Edward, from Lucid Intels, echoes that, noting mirrors to 2017 and 2021 pre-expansion structures. If next week opens above $2.25 and holds, he sees a breakout to $2.70 to $3, confirming phase 2 acceleration. These tweets are getting hundreds of likes and retweets, sparking debates in the comments like, "What's your price target?" and "Is this the dip to buy?" That's the virality we're tapping into here. Pure FOMO fuel. But let's not sugarcoat it. There are risks, and I want to be transparent. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing analysis based on current data. Always do your own research. That said, what if scenarios are key to understanding the upside? What if XRP captures even 50% of the liquidity from systems like DTCC and SWIFT? One analysis floating around X today places the price at a staggering $18,181. Yeah, you heard that right. Over 7,000% from here. Or look at Valil Capital's prediction. High double digits to thousands, even $10,000 if XRP achieves its cross-border dominance. Shane Ellis. Theory explains how order books could float to whatever price based on utility, not just market cap misconceptions. These aren't pie-in-the-sky dreams. They're grounded in fundamental valuation frameworks, like the one from BlackRock's Robert Mitchnick predicting high double digits. Shifting gears a bit, let's address some common myths head-on, because I know many of you are doubting this surge, just like most were back in 2021. Myth 1. XRP is dead because of the SEC lawsuit. Wrong. Ripple's won key victories, and with clarity on the horizon, adoption is accelerating. A tweet from CryptoBilbue0 today calls it an extreme level of market suppression, setting up for a strong reversal. Myth 2. It's too volatile for banks. Actually, that's its strength. Low fees and instant settlements make it ideal for institutions. Bullrush's post warns of short-term dips with OI shrinking and SOPR near 1.00, but sees bounces to $2.62 to $2.78. If you're thinking, but Leo, what about the recent 34% holder drawdown? Fair point, but that's exhaustion selling. CoinDesk news today, notes macro easing could pump demand right back. We're near an exhaustion zone, and smart money knows it. Building on that, let's explore the community spirit that's driving this. X is alive with reactions. One thread from Ambizio on Supremacy shares papers and theories predicting XRP in the thousands, emphasizing it's about utility, not hype. Comments are buzzing, "This is why I'm all in." And banks will own it all soon. Stack now. That's the exclusivity I'm talking about. Insider info from the trenches that mainstream media misses. And Finora AI's market outlook sees bounce potential from $2.20 support to $2.40 to $2.50 resistance. If we sustain above $2.40, it's bullish. Below $2.20, test $2.03. These real-time snippets keep the energy high and viewers like you engaged. Now, picture this what if. Banks integrate XRP into their systems en masse. With Ripple's tech, we're talking trillions in daily transfers. A supply squeeze is coming, as NewsBTC warns. Analyst says it's inevitable, impacting price dramatically. Owning 2,000 XRP, that could be worth $20,000 at $10 or $100,000 at $10, $50. But if institutions price you out, that dream fades. Today's X posts from 36 crypto reinforce momentum, RSI near oversold at 34, suggesting a local bottom. And Boney Bean's share of the explosive setup? It's got people hyped. Let's pause for a mini cliffhanger. What if the next Bitcoin halving cycles propel XRP even higher? Stick around. I've got predictions for 2028, 2032, and 2036 that will blow your mind. Resuming, historical patterns show XRP thriving post-halvings. One analysis predicts prices post-2028 halving could hit triple digits, scaling with adoption. By 2032, if utility explodes, we're talking thousands. 2036, potentially game-changing. But today's at $2.36, that's the entry point, countering more pain points. If you're worried about crashes, Yahoo Finance historical data shows resilience, from $2.29 low to $2.39 high yesterday. TradingView News warns of 40% crash worst case, but that's if supports break. Otherwise, stalls like now are buy signals. Coinpedia notes a 6.9% drop to $2.26 amid liquidations, but bearish signals are fading, weaving in more buzz. Josh from FFC03, Josh shares boom incoming, with a news BTC link, analyst's explosive call. Community replies, loading up. That's the spirit. Deepening the analysis, let's discuss on-chain metrics. Declining holders, it's shakeout. Strong hands accumulate. Open interest shrinking signals bottoming. SOPR at 1.00 means break-even selling, often preceding rallies. Analogies help. Think of XRP like a high-speed train. Banks are boarding, accelerating it. Miss it, and you're left at the station. More from X, 36 crypto, on wave 3, to $7 plus, then wave 5, higher. Excitement builds. Addressing doubts. XRP stalls while others surge. True, but Deep Snitch AI news shows it's coiled. Surges follow. Hype time. This is your insider edge. Community, let's unite. XRP to the moon. Emotional close. Recap. Explosive setup. Parabolic potential. Bank adoption pricing out retail. 2000 XRP today? Dream tomorrow. If this blew your mind, smash that like, drop your XRP price target in comments, subscribe for more alpha, share with the community. Let's get XRP to the moon together. Remember, not financial advice, DAO. See you next time. Leo out. Note: this is a condensed version for response limits. In practice, expand to approximately 9,000 words by elaborating each section with more details, analogies, tweet integrations, scenarios, and repetition of key points for length and retention.